experience, like it gapped up significantly right now, about 40 points. So usually in my experience, either overnight, um, it will fill the gap, or if it goes higher, if it crawls up higher tonight, it'll gap fill tomorrow. It's a pretty significant gap. The chances of it going higher, in my opinion, are lower than it actually filling the gap, let's say back down to 68.30, which is the whole number. But that's just my take.
So you think
Love to hear everybody else's thoughts.
you think it's going to go down?
Well, as of right now, like it's gapped up significantly, about 40 points. So
Yep.
usually, if it crawls higher over, let's say, the next 6 to 8 hours, it's a prime setup for going into tomorrow morning with, let's say, any potential news or what have you, something to come through as an excuse for it to move down. That's been my experience generally the last few years.
Absolutely. Any more ideas? To be honest, there's no right or wrong answers as long as you can
No, no, there's not.
what else
Yeah, I'm sorry.
what are other people's ideas? Anyone with experience? Manish, Andre, anyone? Because I want to know people's thoughts because I don't know what's gonna happen.
I just got back, but I'm opening my devices.
Yeah, so we've had this gap up. We've had this gap up, and I think this is what I want to see. Right? So if we just take a look at this gap. This is the gap we have here, right here. Boom, boom. Now, realistically, I always talk about key levels. For those who've seen any of my stuff, I bang on about key levels. The problem with key levels is that we don't have anything to the left because we're at an all-time high and we've gapped up. So we are significantly above all of our levels. Now, that doesn't mean I disregard my levels, right? That doesn't mean nothing. Now, basically, we just look for new ones. So we keep things very simple. So I expect this gap to be filled at some point. I don't know what day it's going to be filled, but I would want to see something like this, right? We head higher. Here's the weekly opening price, by the way. This is important. The weekly opening price, super important. Now, if we can head down at some point, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, if we can come into one of these levels, I will look for longs, right? I still think this level is going to be super, super important, right? So this is where I'm going to start the session from. I'm going to officially.
Sorry, so is your weekly opening price 68.80 and three quarters? Just so I'm
Okay.
Like, is it a rough?
Yeah. So the weekly opening price. So what I do is I go to indicators. This is not really an indicator. Well, it is an indicator, but it's not really an indicator in that way. So you type in power of three. I think everyone should do this. You type in sorry, you don't type that in. You type in P.
Wait, no, I have the PO3. No, I'm just wondering what it reads for you. Is it 68.80.75? 68.81? Is that your weekly opening price at the moment?
Absolutely, 68.81.
Got it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So basically, I'm going to be going over this, right? So let's first, before we look at the most recent price action, let's go back to the last time we saw a gap up, because the last time we had a gap up, we had quite a nice. We had a.
Every summer.
We had quite a nice trade, right? So, well, I think there's some noise.
I got it.
No, it's alright. It's alright, man. No worries at all. So, is this Itima from Israel?
Yes, it's me.
Oh man, how you doing? Nice to speak to you.
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm not bad. I'm just we were just having a laugh earlier that the clocks have gone back in the UK, so everything's an hour, I guess, earlier or later. I don't even know. I always get confused. Just waiting for the US to do their times, and then we'll be back to normal.
Okay, yeah, it went back also here.
Okay, let's do this. So the last time we had a gap up, okay, not as significant as today, but it's still a gap up nevertheless. The last time we had a gap up was on so we had I call it the Trump dump. In fact, there's a guy I know from Australia. He caught the Trump dump. I don't think he's on the call today. I'm trying to get him on call. He's not on call. He somehow caught this Trump dump. I don't know how he did it. He somehow caught that. So we had a gap up on the Sunday the 12th. So this was our gap up over here. So when we had this gap up, right? Monday the 13th of October was a bank holiday. So I think I didn't trade on that day. It was a horrible day to trade. Now that we're on this, we'll go through all the lessons at once. For those, I know we have some new people here who have only on their first stream, second stream. The way that I like to approach any market or any stock or any instrument is by using the basic 4-pillar mechanical approach. Some people have done this so much they're probably bored of it, but I make no apologies for repeating myself because I think planning your session is more important than actually trading it. I think. So you have market structure, you have your dealing range. So these are the first two things that we go through. There's four things, but these are the first